Hi everyone, my name is Adam, I'm the owner of Alto Hearing and we are an independent family-run audiology clinic in the UK with clinics in Lutterworth, Leicestershire and Kenilworth in Warwickshire. And I'm back today with another earwax removal video. So today we have another wax removal video from our clinic in Kenilworth. Now, in the last video we had some pretty serious stuff with potential canal cholesteatoma. Today is a much more routine procedure with someone who was just coming into the clinic for some noise protection and needed some impressions taking. Now, when you take impressions of someone's ears, you're making a mould of the shape of the ear with silicone putty. And this is then sent away to the manufacturer to be scanned and made into the necessary product. In this case, some ear defenders. But obviously, to make a good impression, you need the ear canal to be clear of wax. We push a little foam stop into the ear when making the impression, so if there's a lot of wax in there, you're just going to push that further down the ear and it's going to cause issues. So yeah, we need a nice, clean, healthy looking ear to be able to take an impression safely, and that's what Andrew is going to be trying to achieve here. As you can see, there's quite a lot of wax in this ear. It's very dark, which often can mean that it's very dry, but in this case the person has been using a bit of oil and actually it's quite soft. So there's really no trouble in taking it out very gently, piece by piece, until he can get a good view of the ear. In this video, as usual, Andrew is using an endoscope. This is our preferred method of earwax removal. It's basically a thin metal tube with a lens and a light source, so we can get a really good view of what's going on in the ear. Normally, when you think of medical devices used to look in ears, you'll think of otoscopes, but once you've used an endoscope, in my opinion, there is no going back, just because it gives such a better view of the ear canal. You can see so much more. Some places will use microscopes or loupes or even more traditional otoscope type devices to remove wax from the ear, but this is by far our favourite method. We also use irrigation for wax removal too when necessary. Sometimes irrigation gets a bit of a bad reputation for some reason. I've heard it said several times to me that irrigation is unsafe. And that just isn't the case. For most people, it's absolutely fine. There are a few more contraindications with irrigation, like if you've had perforations of your eardrum or recent infections. And we use a device called the Irrigator, which is pretty cool as it's just way more effective than any other irrigation tool that I've used. It also heats the water up and holds it at body temperature, which is quite important, as if the water isn't at body temperature, it can cause some balance issues. But it's super effective and we use it regularly. But for the most part, this endoscopic microsuction is the way we'll go about it. And of course, we get to video the microsuction too. The image you're seeing here is exactly what Andrew can see on the iPhone that's connected to the endoscope. So anyway, with this person coming in for noise protection, it's a good opportunity to just remind you about the importance of good ear protection, especially if you're heading into noisy environments. I've spoken to far too many people where they've either been musicians or worked in heavy industry and they wish they'd taken the necessary precautions. I was lucky enough to do some work for a very famous rock band testing their hearing, and one of them said to me that if they'd known back in the 70s and 80s what they know now, then they would have definitely done something. As it stands, they're living with quite severe tinnitus and hearing loss. The thing is, it doesn't take years and years of chipping away at your hearing for this to happen. With the rise of earbuds and headphones these days, we're seeing more and more young people come into the clinic too. You only get one pair of ears, and once you've damaged your hearing through noise exposure, it doesn't get better. And the type of hearing loss you get from noise damage can make things sound muffled, it can make it really difficult to hear speech when there's a lot of background noise. People sound like they're mumbling, and like I say, often is accompanied by a constant ringing or buzzing in the ear too. Tinnitus. Now, in today's modern age, companies tend to be fairly on the ball with their staff when they're working in noisy environments. Professional musicians all use filtered hearing protection. But for those of us who aren't working in noisy environments. Perhaps we're just out in the garden blowing leaves, or those of us who aren't professional musicians, we're just doing an open mic night at the Dog and Duck. We need to take responsibility for our own protection, and far too often this isn't priority. That's why investing in proper noise protection is so crucial. Now, there are various options available, from simple foam earplugs you can pick up at the pharmacy to custom moulded solutions like the ear defenders we're making for our client today. Custom earplugs are particularly effective because they're tailored to fit your ear precisely, providing a comfortable fit and optimal protection. They can also be designed with special filters that reduce harmful noise levels while still allowing you to hear conversations and enjoy music. For musicians, for example, we offer earplugs that attenuate sound evenly across all frequencies, so you get a clear and natural sound without the damaging volume. If you're a motorcyclist, we have options that reduce wind noise but still let you hear traffic sounds for safety. Even if you're just mowing the lawn or using power tools at home, wearing the right ear protection can make a significant difference over time. Anyway, this earwax removal is a little time consuming, but as you can see, Andrew is very successful in removing all the wax out of the ear, ready for an impression to be taken. We've got 2 healthy looking eardrums, and after this we'll fill the ears with the silicone and send them away. That's all from me today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll see you on the next one.